Hey guys, I'm doing the ionic substance for your lab at the top. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the flame. Remember, if it takes a long time to melt, it has a high melting point. If it takes a short time to melt, it has a low melting point. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I'm going to stop it at 20 seconds because it's still not melting. It's this same solid substance. Nothing has happened. So it has a high melting point. It needs a high amount of energy in order for it to melt, which it's not. Decomposition, it would have started to melt and then likely burn. It's not doing either. So it has, it's not decomposing, so it does not decompose. Hey guys, I'm doing a covalent substance right now. So on the top part of your lab, you guys are going to fill out the covalent part. We're doing melting point and decomposition. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the flame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay guys, within 6 seconds, it's already melting, which means it does not require much energy to melt, so it's got a low melting point. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the flame and see if it decomposes. You're going to look for a fire as your evidence. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's now out of the flame and it's still burning, which means the substance is decomposing. So for covalent, it has a low melting point, and yes, it decomposes.
Hi guys, here's the test for conductivity and solubility. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ionic compound here, right? You can see it says ionic, and I'm just going to pour some water into it and see if it dissolves, okay? So I'm going to pour, I don't know, somewhere around maybe 75 milliliters of water, right? And you can see, right, as I swirl it, you can see what's happening, right? There's that little bit down here of the solid. I'm going to swirl, make sure, right, that it's definitely mixing. And you can see, right, that there's less of it. It's almost gone at this point, okay, for that ionic compound. So this is solubility of an ionic compound. And then what I'm going to do is, what I've set up here is a light bulb. These are conductors, okay, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to see, maybe not enough water. There we go, right? So I probably needed to pour in about 100 milliliters and 75. Right, but you can see, right, that my ionic compound does dissolve in the water, and it does light the light bulb up, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I need to rinse this, okay, with my deionized water so that it is clear and clean of that ionic compound so we can test our covalent compound. Here's our covalent compound here. You can see it's a white powder as well. Again, I'm going to pour in about 100 milliliters, maybe 125, right? And then I'm going to start to swirl. And you can actually see it's actually staying as a little clump down here. I can't even move it, right? And then there's lots of particles, kind of clumps floating at the top. Sorry, I should do it this way. Right? So, oh, there we go. He finally kind of came up, right? See how there's all this gunk at the top here? Okay, it doesn't really look like much of it has dissolved, if any, right? It's kind of floating on the top, not really mixing with the water. Let's see about its conductivity. Right, all the way full. I'm going to make sure, right, that they're definitely in. And we can see, right, that there is no light. So the covalent compound does not conduct electricity. All right.